What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Anyways, so Daisy's gonna be hanging out as long as she can. I might put her down soon. But, I'm wearing this, like, big fluffy jacket because it's a little bit chilly today. And I thought, why not wear it? It's so cozy. But anyways, today I am going to be doing like a whisper ramble about my favorite job experience. And this was back when I would say 23, 24. I think I worked there for like a year and a half before moving to France. So let's go ahead and get into it. And wherever you are, myself and Daisy are sending you positive vibes. So, I got this. She's a little sleepy. So I got this job in my neighborhood in Washington, D.C. And it's a restaurant job. I thought that it would be a good idea because this is when I was starting to travel, and I really wanted a job that gave me flexibility and the freedom to travel. So I can take off a month here, I can take a few weeks there, and still keep my job. Whereas in another job, like, I wouldn't have that freedom, you know. And so I remember I went on the interview for this job. It was like for like 20 minutes probably. I met with the general manager and he hired me on the spot. My mom was like, go for the serving job, and like I was too nervous to do all of that. So I just went for the I went for the hostess position, which was an hourly position, and just to it was my first ever restaurant job, so I just wanted to see what to expect before moving on to a server position, if I wanted to do that later. So, it was great because this was located like a 15-minute walk away from my home, so I didn't have to drive or worry about transportation. Like, it was just super easy. And when I started there, it was nice because there were already, I think, 2 or 3 girls on the hostess area, in the hostess position. And everybody was like super nice and like welcoming. And we just kind of like hit it off right away. Like, you're standing with like these girls for like 7 hours pretty much. And so you just talk and talk and talk about your life, and sit down with customers and go back and talk and talk and talk. So I remember that the girl that was there the longest at that time, and she wasn't even there for that long, maybe like a year. She lived in the neighborhood as well. I think she lived maybe like 5 minutes away from me, but I never met her, never really knew her. I remember one day she got off of work from doing like a later shift, so she was there until closing. She was there, I think closing was probably like around 10 p.m. I think we closed the kitchen, if I'm correct. And so that's the shift that she worked, and she didn't come back in the next day. And she was scheduled to work, and we were so confused, like, what happened, And the managers told us that she was like, she should go to the hospital for an emergency or something, like she was gonna be back. But she was attacked pretty much, and we were like all so worried and like afraid for her because we had no idea like how she was doing, And just the sweetest girl, and she had 2 kids. She has, well, no, she has one. She had 1 kid at the time, and I remember, like, again at this job, like, we're standing there for 7 hours, so you talk about everything that's going on, you know. And so she was going through a separation with her child's father at the time, and I'm like cat hair in my mouth. And I remember, like, she came, she's like, oh my god, I have to talk to you. We went to the bathroom and she was like crying so much about the situation because she didn't really care so much to be with him, but she wanted him to be in the kid's life, and it was just, you know, but she got out of that, and like, I think it's like a more stable situation now. Like, she met someone and fell in love, and the kid can still see his father, but he has a phone his father, and I was always so supportive of her. She was always so supportive of me, like the most positive energy, like, you know, so she deserves all the love that she's getting right now from her current relationship. I feel so proud of her. And, yeah, I remember, that there was another girl that we used to work with. I didn't really mesh with her very well, but we were, like, friendly. And, remember this crazy time when she was telling us about, like, her crazy ex-boyfriend, and one day actually showed up to our job, like, outside of the building, like, yelling for her to come outside, and she was, like, scared. She was like, do not let this guy in. I'm gonna call the police if he doesn't go away. Our general manager had to go outside and talk to the guy, tell him you need to leave, like, she's working. It's a place of work. I don't know what's going on with you, but you cannot bring this kind of attention to our restaurant, okay? And she was like, I can't go out there, like, I don't want to go out there, I don't want to see him. And that was her child's father, I believe. And, just some drama. But, yeah, no, she was a very sweet girl. There was another girl that I worked with who I thought was, like, really sweet in the beginning, but she turned out to be kind of off. And I remember, like, you know, we would talk about things, and, like, I would see her boyfriend on FaceTime sometimes, and she would kind of show us these, like, inappropriate videos of, I don't even know, like, of, like, her and her, like your boyfriend, and I was like, why are you showing this to people? Nothing, like, crazy, but just more private things, you know. I put Daisy down because she just wanted to go and enjoy her cat life. So anyways, yeah, there was this one night that the manager started to give us our roles. So basically there would be someone who would go sit people down, and one person who controls where people sit and they don't move the entire night. So no, one person who does not remove. Okay, so basically, there was this one night where I was the one who excuse because you're aware, you know what you're doing, you know how you come across, you know how to carry yourself, you know. So I had another coworker, she was like really sweet, and I don't know, like, maybe she did not have the heart, she didn't have the easiest time in school. She was a bit younger than us, she was like 18 years old, I think. And I remember, like, this girl, let's give her the name Sarah, for example, the little one's little was just a mess for him, but he began to really like the new lady that he was dating, and you know, I was really, really happy for him because he was such a kind soul, such a kind person, and it's so unfortunate that he had to go through that. The more and more that I'm talking, the more that is coming back to me, and it's crazy. One sketchy thing that I do remember is that I had this coworker that I kind of looked at it like big bro kind of, and I would tell him everything that was going It wasn't just me, that happened sometimes to us. Or if people forgot to come or just didn't come get their food, we can take their food home or eat it in the back, which I loved. And I had my one friend who was my coworker actually kind of take advantage of it a little bit. She would pretend that somebody ordered food, like a crab cake, like something expensive. A crab cake was like almost $30. She would order like a